Alrighty, sorry that took so long, but we're at a minute to 2 now by my count. So hey, what's up? I'm just gonna switch over to the art so you can look at the to-do list. The face cam is back. I am able to wear makeup today, and I'm feeling pretty good about stuff. So, yeah, let's just jump into it. I might have to stop monitoring the chat on my phone. Either that. So I've got 3 pieces queued up for this afternoon. We have Chris Thorndyke and Tifa Lockhart as mother and son. We've got Dylan carrying Anne and a group of this person's OCs that I will explain later. So yeah, let's get into it. I have to say, I don't know. Let me actually go to my references. I have a reference that this was apparently just something that this person came up with in a conversation with one of their friends. But, it seems alright, so why not? Let me just turn up my correction a bit. How's everybody's day going, by the way? Just while I draw this. Everybody doing alright? Apparently I'm buffering a lot. Not sure what I can do about that. Because AT&T are throttling. Or we're used to having bad internet. So, yeah, I hope everyone again. It says it's still just at the beginning. Hold on, I wonder if there's a thing I can do to fix it. No, it's just not doing anything. I should have waited to start streaming, really. So, yeah, I'm not sure what to do about this. Again, other than get on AT&T's case, But then again, I highly doubt their tech support are the ones who are throttling our internet connection about it. So even if I did get on the phone and yell at tech support, it wouldn't do anything except make I'm sorry it took so long, you guys. Like I said, I've got my phone off screen where I can look at it and just try to... That is not a t-shirt, that is... I was drawing that wrong. So here's her glove. I'm not gonna get too detailed with this, because YouTube is just until it gets enough. So, I can't really ask you guys what to talk about because you're pretty far behind, and that's entirely a problem on either my end or AT&T's end. So, everything's going pretty well. Like I said, I'm just drawing this Because you guys are really far behind, as I'm saying this, I'm like drawing Tifa's other hand here. So now we get to draw Chris's hair, and I think I'm gonna go down to a different layer for that. It's easy enough to get the curves right, and then I can make it look better after that. But, so I don't know much about Final Fantasy, and I don't know much about Sonic X. So there's not really that much I can say about the characters, or this AU, or anything. But yeah, Tifa is his mom in this AU, so I don't know. I think not knowing anything about the characters, it's kind of cute, I guess. But then again, that's just me. I don't know anything about the characters, so someone who does know these characters might not think it works. Oh, cool. Nice work on your musical May stuff. It's good that you have a strong process. And I'm glad to hear it's going well. I really should have brought something to drink before starting this stream, but whatever, this afternoon seems to be just a microcosm of every mistake I should have learned not to make by now. I guess that just happens sometimes. Let's see. So last week I did get to see both My Little Pony and Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. Not really sure what to say about them. IGN was wrong about its assessment of My Little Pony. That movie is at least a 6 out of 10. I personally wouldn't give it more, but my brother says it's like a 7 or 8 out of 10. So, let's see what to say about it. It is basically a movie-length My Little Pony episode. So, I mean, if that's what you're going for, I mean, can't really complain. Hold on, I've got to clear my throat here. Like, from a plot standpoint, it's what you'd expect from a My Little Pony movie. The music was really good. Overall, I give the score a 7 out of 10. Make it through the beginning, you might enjoy the rest. And if you can't make it through the beginning, well, I don't blame you. The beginning is just really tedious and hard to get through. Even for someone who knows what to expect going into My Little Pony the movie. But that said, even though it does start out with a pony-fied version of We Got the Beat, the rest of the songs are really, really good. There are 2 villain songs in particular, and it's My Little Pony. One of the villains, or neither of those villains actually stays a villain, but I don't really consider that a spoiler. Let's see. It's got 2 villain songs. They're both pretty good. kind of harsh everything is. Sonic X has a very different style of coloring compared to Final Fantasy. Which, I mean, duh, but also, it makes coloring quite interesting in this case. So, yeah, other than that, that's really all I have to say about My Little Pony the movie. The animation actually, though, I'm sorry, and the animation, I will say, is at least an 8 out of 10. It's easily the movie's strongest quality, and even though I'd say the script is about a 4, maybe a 5, the animation really is quite good. It reminded me more like along the lines of Lion King 2. Not the first Lion King, the second one. So, let's see. I didn't want to blur anything. I wanted to set a background color. My throat is getting really scratchy here for some reason. And I'm just gonna throw in a texture underneath them. Alright, so filter, cloud. There we go. That looks better. Or maybe I should put it over them just to unify the color scheme a little bit more. Give it a little more of a papery. And then I'm actually going to desaturate this a little bit more. Filter, sand. A really good job of mimicking film grain. So, yeah, I'm just gonna save this and move on to the next one. Took a picture of that and then imported it as a layer and traced it. I might actually just and reframe it. So, one, there's a little less to draw, and two, so from my comics, I'm just gonna open up an incorrect quotes page so that I can just color pick what I need from them. I think I'll use page 2. Come on. Working with my tablet is not always the easiest thing. But yeah, I was a little bit intrigued that AU kind of exists, but I'm not sure what else to say about it because I don't really know enough to say anything about it. I do not need to give Dylan huge eyelashes. Even though, in my experience, guys tend to have better eyelashes in general. Not sure why that is, but it is. On Chain of Memories, but I have captured the giant horse in master mode. I haven't even headed to Kakariko Village yet. But just because, with as much damage as I tend to take, having a place to sleep for free is going to be very useful. But yeah, now I need to go around mining for a whole lot of gemstones to sell. And I also need to chop down a whole bunch of trees. But yeah, no progress on Chain of Memories yet. Let's see. The reason I went to get the giant horse so soon, is mostly just because you, like, it doesn't matter if you're at a, like, as long as you're at least at a trot, anything you yeah, I named him after the antibiotic I'm on. So far, things are going alright. I also have 2 normal horses. The second one I caught at, it was either at Riverside Stable or the Highland Stable. But in any case, I caught a second one just because my horses are also taking a bit of damage and I didn't want my first one to die, so I boarded it at the stable to restore its health. And then I caught a second one. And I'm alternating them just so that neither of them gets too damaged. And then whenever I have to go out and actually fight something, of course. Yeah, we're still saving Wonderland for the in the Olympus Coliseum. And that's where we're gonna start when we get back to it. And my eyes are starting to sting. I'm not allergic to this makeup, I don't think. And once this is over, I'm gonna go and actually get something to drink. Like I should have done before starting this, but you know, it's whatever. So, hey Fantasy, it's okay. This stream isn't going particularly well. Yeah, I will not forget to get something to drink. You guys are really far behind. I think this lag might be actually 5 minutes. Let me even full screen this because that's bothering me down there. I didn't full screen it because I was trying to be ready in case I couldn't watch the chat from my phone. But, so we're full screen now. This scene is from Darkness Descending, after Anne loses too much blood in a fight, and a heal does not restore all the blood that has been lost. So they have to rush her out to Merlin's, where he figures out that she needs a transfusion stat. And from there, there's an interesting twist that I'm not going to spoil unless in the chat. But I think we all already know. But just in case there's someone watching, I'll leave it to Aqua to say. But, yeah. Anne had a pretty close call here. It's easy enough to draw while it's holstered, so. Or not holstered, but sheathed. Alrighty, so now I can delete what's on this sketch layer, and I can delete my sketchbook sketch. And now I can actually just color this thing. Getting you're not just a minute behind, you're like 5. I'm sorry. I did not want to do that, computer. I wanted to pull up my reference so that I can zoom in and color pick from it. What to talk about? Because I've already talked. Oh, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Jack Black plays a better teenage girl as a middle-aged man than I could play as a teenage girl, so I mean, take that how you will. I really bought his performance, which was interesting. Because usually when I see Jack Black in a movie, I see Jack Black in a movie. But, it was interesting to look at his character and think, that is a teenage girl trapped in the body of a middle-aged man. Instead of, that is a middle-aged man playing a teenage girl trapped in the body of a middle-aged man, which is a mouthful to say. But, so yeah, his performance was good. Everyone else's performance as a nerd trapped in the body of Dwayne Johnson. Kevin Hart was Kevin Hart. Just really that he was a football player trapped in the body of Kevin Hart. He literally just seemed like a usual Kevin Hart performance. Not that the didn't have their work cut out for them, because they really did. This could not have been an easy script to act, and the director did some pretty good work too, I guess. I might have to redraw his expression, or add some tears in coloring because I forgot to outline them. I didn't get to see that before I got started, but it probably would be epic. So, let's see. There's one eye. There's the other eye. And go on another layer above. A little more convincing that he's not smiling. I still might have to go in and just redraw everything, or at least his mouth. because I don't like what it's doing for the expression. So yeah, the other thing I'll have to do after this is, I'll have to look up the Jurassic World. Let's see, we'll add some highlights there just to make it a little more. In this, you guys are just where I filled in the dark gray silhouette. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. I could have probably improved this by raising his eyebrows a little bit in here to make it look more concerned. But yeah, it's not my best work, I guess. I'm just not with it this afternoon for some reason. Yeah, we've got that fixed, and I think I'm going to make him look a little more concerned with some extra lines. And now I'm gonna go to this layer, and I'm gonna select, and I'm gonna go to one of my texture brushes, I guess. And I'm just gonna pleasantness here. I'm gonna clip to that layer and then overlay, I guess. Somewhere in here I have a different brush that might look a little bit more. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but might give it a little bit more of a droplet look. Oh, yeah, what did she say? What did she say during... Well, I mean, there were a few on My Little Pony one. Again, it wasn't nearly as bad as IGN said it was. Again, that movie was at least a 6 out of 10 overall. The script may have been a... Jumanji, I would definitely say, was probably closer to a 7 or 8 out of 10. Set this to burn, I guess. And there we go. Now we can go to this layer, and I'm going to use a gradient from orange and then I'm going to go down here, or at least to the line art layer, and I'm going to do some radiating lines. That wasn't what I intended, but You know what? I am gonna go up to my pen and fix that. But yeah, what did she say during the argument between Spencer and Bridge? You're probably gonna get to that soon because, again, you guys are not getting this video as fast as I'd like you to. But, you'll probably get to that. Again, just, my voice is not doing too hot today. It was doing alright yesterday. I went to art club and we painted some summer decorations for the community center, which was nice. I painted Manatee. It's not done yet. I have to go back next week and fix it. Let's see. Chain of Memories is alright. I think I'm probably going to enjoy Kingdom Hearts 2 more. The card combat system does not really allow me to process things. I'm very slow at processing anything related to numbers. So that is kind of a royal pain for me to deal with. But that's, again, that's more of a me thing. That's not necessarily a fault. I mean, when I'm not dealing, or when I do manage to make the card system work for me, when I did manage to make the card system work for me, it was, it's a lot of fun, I guess. As for the Sora minigames in Kingdom Hearts 3, they look kind of interesting. Like Fantasy just said, the retro style, really looks good to me. And I'm glad they're trying it. So I'm just gonna save that. I think it's gonna take that long to get this one done. I mean, unless I decide to be lazy and just use the sketch for the line art. I think I'm gonna be lazy and use the sketch for the line art. From a screenshot from Power Rangers. And, oh boy, I hope they like it. So I'm just going to select a background color. Probably something that looks a little bit more like parchment. And then I'm just going to use one of my texture brushes to color this in. And I'll select from the reference where it's convenient, but I'll probably be adding some of my own colors too. Apparently these characters are called the Femme-Aligned Pirates, the misspell, because, you know, kind of a rat-like tendency, which, I mean, whatever floats your goat, you know? So, yeah, I don't really know much about these characters. The description I was sent was a doped out of because it was like 3 in the morning, and, or maybe it wasn't 3 in the morning. I think I was still talking to you, Sir Kunamet. It has been so long since I've watched Death Battle. Oh no, I've got lipstick on my teeth. I'm gonna use a brighter yellow than what I can get from the reference picture. Like I said, I'm just painting these using the line art for the, or using the sketch for. I'm just gonna try to respond in chat where I can. I really have an opinion about that. It's just not really much of my thing. Sorry. Let's see. Characters, because in bandages we've got at least 1 or 2 mechanically enhanced androids, like just straight up camp. Yeah, it looks like it would be pretty cool. Not sure what else to say. Picture I used from Power Rangers, I squashed and stretched it to make the proportions look closer to what I use usually. Just to stylize it a bit more. And I think that worked pretty nicely. I tried to create a fairly diverse set of body types here, but I'm not sure how well that turned out. Boots aren't shown here. I'm just gonna color them